people who become very invested in political systems of group supremacy, in which one group, religious, ethnic, racial group, has supremacy over another. When you become deeply invested in that, you associate your safety, your identity with that system. The prospect of equality comes to seem extraordinarily frightening. Indeed, equality becomes, in a way, tantamount to death. The prospect of equality is associated with death or at least subjugation. And this is not particular to Jews who identify very, very strongly with the political system of the state of Israel. It's common to groups of people who have become accustomed to a system of religious or racial or ethnic or group supremacy. In 1998, when the Good Friday Accords were signed, which gave Catholics equality in Northern Ireland, the Protestant leader Ian Paisley called the Good Friday Accords a prelude to genocide. In 1979, there was a poll of white South Africans which found that 84% of white South Africans believed that if there were a black government in South Africa, quote, the physical safety of whites would be threatened. There's a wonderful book about white Southerners during the civil rights movement by the historian Jason Sokol. Sokol writes, quote, if blacks gained rights, whites would correspondingly wear the yoke. This, I think, is what we see in the reaction to Zoran Mamdani. The idea that equality actually means the subjugation or even death of Jews. That they look at someone like Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King or the Catholics in Northern Ireland, and they don't see people striving for equality. They see people striving for their subjugation. If you very deeply associate the system of Jewish supremacy with your very safety. These people are right to recognize that Zoran Mamdani is an opponent of Jewish supremacy. He doesn't believe that Israel should be a state that gives Jews legal privileges over Palestinians. He believes that all states should be based on a system of equality under the law. And although many Jews in New York are very accustomed to that idea and even would support that idea in the United States, their strong association with a system of Jewish supremacy in Israel means what he is proposing to do represents an enormously dangerous threat to the safety and well-being of Jews in Israel, and indeed, by extension, Jews around the world. And unless one actually confronts this basic association of supremacy with safety and the association of equality with subjugation or death, I don't think you're going to be able to understand or effectively respond to statements like Rabbi Chaim Steinmetz, where he says New York is like Nazi Germany.